Absolutely. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC. And to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. And yes, snow in our nation's capital. That's the story as we join you from FedEx Field here in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington Redskins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for jjae Pirine. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll run again with Pirine. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw is Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Cousins now from the 50. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a carry for Pirine. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Play action for Pirine. Now Cousins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football on the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Again, here's P. Ryan. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So out now come the Cardinals. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Ryan Anderson. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned the block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Cousins gives this to P. Ryan. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chris Baker busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was third and very long, so you know they're regarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. A first down carry here for Johnson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They go to Johnson again. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down, he'll drop to throw. And able to find John Brown. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 36. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to the left here to Reed. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Cousins a handoff. This is P. Ryan. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though?
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On play action, they'll throw. Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Crockett Gilmore there. And that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Allen breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He can run for it, and he will. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Here's Pirine, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll run it here with Pirine. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And not great starting field position here for the offense. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here's Andy Lee now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They start on the ground with P-Ryan. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Now P-Ryan. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to Gresham. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. A big play that time on the catch and run. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Nelson. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. They run the counter now on first down. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. See if they stay on the ground for second down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chandler Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left. And that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.